going to join, they will join. We'll start it. Okay. And we have to finish this networking topic today. Okay. This once it is completed, if any possible, just try everyone. Try to go to this issues. Already I shared the document. If you want, I will share document again. Go through all the issues today. Networking related and hardware related issues are there in that document, right? So not in this document. In this document, few are there in other document also. Please go through the issues, understand issues and solutions. If you got any doubt on anything, like a question and answer, like any doubt in that solving particular kind of issues, just just give one information in the group, not personal message in a group. So you are having this doubt. So tomorrow we'll try to discuss that one. Otherwise, I will tell another topic. Okay. So we'll see, guys. We discussed about a OSI model in the networking topic, and networking, everything is completed. OSI model also completed. So there's few things are there. One is comparisons and few things. We'll see that. So last we discussed about OSI model, and also we discussed when you are communicating from one system to another system. So communication is always two ways, right? You are sending and receiving. So when you send it, what are the layers? From what layer you are started and what layer you are left from your system. And finally you receive at the destination, it receives. What layer it is receives and what layer it will go up the back. Again, there are replying, right? So on that time, what are the layers involved? What are the changes? This part also we have discussed. And in OSI, one more important already I told, that is protocols and port numbers, TCP IP, TCP UDP differences, compulsory, both are important. Okay. Not only these guys, fun, even just for fun, you attend some basic networking administrator role. Okay. So you have some, you don't need to do CCNA also. If you want to learn CCNA, what are we discussed in networking, that is very useful. If you have a doubt in IP addresses, subnet mask, definitely that need a practice to understand. Okay, for next level. But by everything we are completed till now. Okay, and what we are going to see to today. So totally, 1 second. 1 second, guys. Okay, sir. I thought someone outside of the. No, okay. So even also it is very useful for any desktop support engineer roles, basic system administrator roles, basic system administrator or system engineering roles, service desk roles, okay, and as well as network administrator roles, okay, network administrator, NOC roles, NOCs. It is also useful. Only few things you need to add it, that is like monitoring is very important. Ticketing is important. You are already seen one ticketing tool. You can also try to learn the any one of the ticketing tools. That's it. As a fresher, you can try. That much information I given. Okay. It's not a sample one, it is full-fledged information. Yeah, don't waste time. I'm wasting your time. Okay. So we'll go next. TCP, IP, and OSI model differences. Already when we started about OSI model, okay, so in that one several layers are there, but this OSI model is reference model. So this TCP IP actually called as DoD model earlier. So the Department of Defense is a US Department of Defense model. In their defense department, in a US defense, they use this networking model. So later it is came into the public. So publicly this is given publicly. So then when you are giving a publicly, they put a name called a TCP IP model, Transmission Control Protocol, Internet Protocol. So in the worldwide, globally, we are using TCP IP model only. Okay. After this one, OSI model came. But there is a comparison also there. We'll see first what are the layers in TCP IP model. Application layer, transport layer, internet layer, and network access layer. Okay. What are they? Application, transport, internet, and network access layer. So what about other layers in a OSI model? Guys, here it is. These are layer numbers, layer names. But each layer will do as same as the OSI model type. We'll see that one. In a TCP IP, application layer do all three functions of application, presentation, session layer. So at application layer time only. So and at your browser or at your mobile phone application, like you open a Zomato or a Swiggy or maybe some WhatsApp. So that is an application we are using. In that level, application, what application we are using to communicate based on what communication application. Presentation related things. Okay. So presentation by encryption, encoding, compression, session is created at application layer level in a TCP IP. So TCP IP it is showing only application layer, but it do all these three functions. And second is in a TCP transport layer. So what is the TCP IP transport layer function? Same as this voice layer transport function, only same, both are same. Next is internet layer, TCP IP internet layer. It is equivalent to the network layer in the OSI model. Another one is network access layer. Network access layer is equivalent to OSI model data link and physical layer. Data link and physical layer. So your TCP IP only do 4 functions now, guys. It do all the 7 layer functions, but in a different layer wise it is. In the application layer, TCP IP application layer do application, presentation, session layers. Okay, all these functions are there. Transport is transport. Internet is network. Network access is data link and physical layer. So this is the comparison. It's not a differences, it's just a comparison. Comparison means what layers are here, what 7 layers, what are the 4 layers, and how it is equivalent. Both are equivalent. No difference. Okay. Next. We are using NIC. We discussed about NIC, right? LAN card, NIC card, Ethernet card, okay, Wi-Fi adapter. So as per TCP IP, it is comes under network access layer because our NIC card having a physical type of connectivity, right? Physical connectivity purpose. So physical layer. And our NIC card also having a MAC address. Source MAC address, destination MAC address is added at NIC level. Okay. So who is dealing with MAC address is data link layer. Data link MAC layer. Okay. So that's it is. This is our adapters, our NICs, network adapters comes under data link and physical layer. This is TCP and OSI model differences. Okay, guys, understand differences? And when we are discussing about a OSI model, I told this OSI model by understanding of OSI model, you can understand the network and you can also maintain the network and troubleshoot network related issues. Okay, understanding of network, understanding of we can maintain the network and troubleshooting the network related issues. So how this OSI model helps you to understand how to troubleshoot network related issues. We'll see from the bottom, physical layer. Physical layer is all about a physical connectivity. right? Two devices are not communicating. Two devices are not communicating each other. So what is the first question is physical layer is physically connected, and how the physically they are connected. For example, my laptop connected through wireless, and there is a desktop in our network that is connected to wire. So these two devices, a different way it is connected. But can we communicate? Means what is the common point of connectivity? Means total physical connectivity is important. That is wired connectivity. My laptop is wireless connectivity. But all this together, it is connected or not? That is very important. So I am connected to my Wi-Fi router, and Wi-Fi router is connected to a LAN switch, and that LAN switch is connected to my desktop. So there is a physical connectivity. Maybe directly not available, but one way or other way, there is a physical connectivity between these two devices in the same network, same physical and logical network, right? Physical connectivity. Next one. What is the next you are going to check it? Physical connectivities, there are not. Second, what you are checking, another one. Check the IP address. IP address. Already in IP address, we discussed. If both systems are in the same logical network, means their logical network means their network ID is must be same and host ID is different, or both are having same network ID. Okay, same network version and different host versions, or same network ID. Then they will communicate. So we confirm that physically in the same network, but logically in same network or not. Check the IP address. Sometimes the remote system IP address is wrongly assigned, or our IP address is wrongly assigned. So we have to do check the what network ID we are using in our network, what IP address range we are using in our network. According to that, you have to change it. If it is manually configured, definitely. If you are doing some mistake while configuring IP address, check the IP address of both systems. Check entire network, what network you are following, what network address you are following, or what IP address you are following. According to it, you have to configure the IP address, reconfigure the IP address. Last time in IP address, I given one example, some examples, right? So there is a two systems are communicating each other, but they're not communicating to third system. So when we are checking an IP address, we found there is a in the network location, in network bits are different. Okay, actually it should be 6, but it is 7. So there is a difference. Okay. What do you do? So what network you are configured, what network ID or what IP network you are configured. So based on that, you have to change your IP address, right? So check the IP address between the in the devices. Make sure if they are in the same physical network means their network address is also must be same and host is different. So that is what where we are understanding from the network layer. Source IP, destination IP. Okay. And transport layer. Transport layer functionality is not only segmenting data, also TCP and UDP protocols and their port numbers multiplexing. So your firewalls, either software firewall or hardware firewalls, works with your IP addresses, so works with your IP address, your protocols and applications also. So your both systems are physically connected, logical address wise, both are same, both are in the same logical address, means the network address is same, but and host address is different. So both are in the same logically and physically same. But when you are trying to communicate between the devices, it's not communicating. So there is a possibility that in the destination, the built-in firewall is okay, software firewall is blocking. So based on the protocol or application network wise, it is blocking. Okay, or system wise also. So in a transport layer, it is verifying your TCP and UDP port numbers. The transport layer only, it verifies TCP and UDP port numbers. What TCP port number you are using, what UDP port number you are using, if there are allowed or not, if there are allowed to connect or not, if they are not allowed, drop the packet. If they are allowed, then it is connected to the corresponding service related application. Okay, server application or a service application. So this firewall may block that port. For example, I have a remote Linux machine is there. It running different services. I want to get connected, a remote access related SSH connection, I want to get it. But problem is that firewall is saying that no SSH connection for outside from the through network. So then what happened? I can't get connected. Example. Okay. Session ID, session layer related kind of issues. You are communicating through network, right? You're sending a request. Session will be created. For each communication, you are establishing a communication for each time, each communication, it creates a session ID. It maintains the multiple sessions. Each session, for example, in one browser tab, I open google.com. Another one is whatsapp.com, right? In another one, I'm also doing ping request to the microsoft.com. Okay, and Office 365, microsoft.com related, right? So what I'm establishing different connectivity, each connection, each session. Okay, each connection, each session. Okay. So when you are doing communication, the session ID can be disconnected, the section will be terminated. For example, if there is a network disturbances, around 20-25 minutes of uh, become offline, the session automatically closed. Okay, and another one, I gave an example, right? You are using some bank applications, online bank, internet bank. So you open it and you have done some transaction and doing certain work. Okay, and you left for some time, it automatically logged out because in the backend session, so the section is open for only for 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 15 minutes. If otherwise, sometimes you are working, the session will be open continuously. If you are not working for next to 15 seconds or next 30 seconds or next 1 minute, it is automatically logged out. Okay, that is a session. Session is also very important in troubleshooting. Okay, so you are doing some payment, right? You are buying something and you are doing some payment. Okay, so what it will show, do not refresh or press back button or close the application. So what happened? Your entire transaction between different systems from your mobile application to your UPI to bank to other person bank into our UPI to our app to our system. App is that entirely work based on the backend main company application and their services. Okay. And in session again, what to tell example, you're downloading a file, for example, 100 MB file you are downloading. Nowadays, we are getting fast internets. So fastly, you can download 100 MB is not a big deal. But for example, you are downloading 100 MB file, 99 MB is downloaded already. One more M1 MB has to be downloaded. So there is a disturbance in connectivity. So your network is down. So then it will stop downloading from 99 to next one, right? You could start downloading because it is interrupted. So no working, no connectivities. Okay, 99% downloaded. Okay. Again, you're trying to try again, you refreshed it. What happened? It will try, either it will try to download from starting, or you have to give all the details to download the things again. Okay. But what we are using is, for example, I usually download different operating system applications from internet. Okay. Sometimes it is size around 5 GB, some are 10 GB, some are 15 GB like that. So different type of application. Okay. So what I do, I use free download manager most of the time. So we'll try to use free download manager or internet download managers, and I start downloading up our systems. What I'm saying is, again, I'm keep on disconnecting this. Using our free download managers, internet download managers, your session IDs will be saved. It track your sessions, how many files are downloaded, what bits of data is downloaded. So then it will complete the session. Even when you are disconnected, because your session is saved, then it will, when you are having internet, it will be resumed from last download. You don't need to download from starting again and again. Two more is presentation layer. Sometimes you open certain sites, it shows like this, unsafe, unsafe. What is that unsafe kind of stuff? Okay, unsafe means your data, your web data is not encrypted, not encrypted channels. Use encrypted HTTPS kind of stuff. It is encrypted, so data is encrypted, so safe connectivity. Okay. Sometimes, your date and time is different from actual date and time of from your laptop. Date and time is different. Your actual date and time is different. Right? So it's based on your location. Okay. So sometimes you have this encrypted data transmissions are accessing encrypted files. You're having different time. So then, if you're trying to access, you cannot able to access. So this is called 404 page not found. Example, you can see I'm open w3schools.com. So I usually choose w3schools.com for this thing. Okay. So it is generating data, right? So what are the URL I'm selecting? For example, I know that it's the wrong URL. I enter the wrong URL, means, or maybe earlier it is working, now it is not working. It is showing, sorry, we can't seem to find source looking for you. Here at the top, you can also see 404 page there, not found. Means in the server, this page is not available. This page is not available. Either user given wrong page name, or maybe the original page is not available. Okay. So this is page not found, 404. But this is not a network issue. This is not a protocol issues. This is not IP address issues. It's a issue is related to the system. So they didn't update that. One second. Uh, so your network or IP address or connectivity is not there. It is because of your remote server application related phase really not there or wrong information is given. Okay. And protocols understanding use what type of communication you are doing it use that related protocols only. Okay. So this is using of OSI model how to understand and troubleshoot network related issues. Remember at least these three things. So we can give a lot of examples. Now it is networking commands, networking commands. Okay. What you do, take just a 5 minutes break, guys. Then we'll see the networking commands. Just a 5 minutes break. Back at 3:15.